Hello and welcome. My name is Mel and I'm here to guide you through all things yoga. For today's chair yoga class, we will be utilizing a strap. I'm very excited for today's practice. So if you do not have a yoga strap, things that work well as a replacement are going to be belts, non-retractable dog leashes, scarves. We want something that you're going to be able to hook around the bottom of your foot. So we want to make sure it's long enough to reach underneath your foot while you are seated. Other supplies we will utilize today will be a optional pillow or blanket rolled up to keep as support behind the low back. When we're working with the hips and the legs while seated, it is vital for us to have plenty of support for the low back because we're not here to fatigue the body, we're here to give back to the body. So when you've gathered your goodies and are all ready, meet me seated. Coming into that comfortable seat, adjusting your support with the low back, however you like for it to be. Grounding down, getting settled, having that strap within reach. We can just start with it lying over the lap at first, and it is not a belt or anything that needs to connect. We're simply going to use it to hold on to. Having that strap over the lap, easily within reach. We want the feet and ankles stacked under the knees, and we would like the knees to be in line with the hips. So doing our best not to have the knees too close in together, more narrow than the hips, and honoring that it is just, if it's going to be wider than the hip distance, just a touch. Doing what suits your body above all else. But let's take a moment then to notice. If the knees are in together a little closer than hip distance, notice if the toes tend to point in. Versus if the knees are wider than hip distance, observe if the toes tend to point out. This is going to be the opening and closing of the hips. Ideally, we want the hips, knees to be neutral, and the toes to be facing forward to start. Shoulders then stacked with hips. As we roll the shoulders down and back, soften those shoulders, close the eyes, and just breathe with me. In the nose, out the mouth. Releasing any worries, any tension, any stress. Coming into this chair yoga practice as if it was in its own bubble that escapes you from time, space, and responsibility. An isolated place where you can be with your breath. Give yourself a fair chance to really listen to your body. So we begin to breathe in and out through the nose, finding a more rhythmic breath. Inhales just as long as our exhales. Noticing the subtleties of the body, becoming aware of what may feel tight or tired today. And also becoming aware of those areas of the body that simply feel good today. Those parts of the body you haven't heard from, that haven't been complaining or yelling at you. Continuing with these breaths, 3 more breaths just to get yourself into your body. Into this moment, into this time and space. So we take our strap in hand. We're going to begin with the strap just slightly wider than shoulder distance. Now honoring the width that feels good for the level of tightness of your shoulders. As this may feel too intense, that may mean that the hands are too close together, so you want to extend them even wider. I suggest beginning just a touch wider than your shoulder width apart. Having that strap in hand, keeping some tension on that strap, draw the shoulder blades back. Rest them down. Start with the hands down here. As we squeeze the shoulder blades in together, little tuck to the chin, lengthen in the spine. This may require a little bit of engagement from the belly just to stabilize. When you're ready, exhale all of your breath out. With me, let's inhale. Reach the arms up overhead. Now when we get here, if the shoulders come up towards the ears, draw the shoulders down and back. If this causes a lot of tightness or discomfort, extend the arms out wider. A lot of tension on the strap. That's what's stabilizing here. Adjust the width as you need. Shoulders drop back down into the sockets. Here's a great time that we might be lifting the chin. Let's tuck the chin, lengthen from behind the ears. Bringing in a nice big inhale here. On the exhale, bend into both elbows. Make a goalpost shape with the arms. Keep all the tension on the straps, squeezing the shoulder blades in together. Take a big inhale, stay here. On the exhale, draw the chin down to the chest. Big stretch for the trap in the back and the neck. When you're ready, inhale, look forward, lift the hands up, arms locked. Breathe. Stay where you are. One more inhale. On the exhale, lean the whole body over to the right. So we're tilting the shoulders over to the right. Think about flaring the left side ribs. So we're not leaning so far forward that we're leaning off of our chair. We're not changing the alignment of the shoulders and hips. Shoulders and hips are still stacked. We are tilting over as if we were reaching that left arm up to the sky. Opening that side body. Let out all of your breath. Inhale back up to center. Arms are strong. Strap is taut. Let out all of your breath here. Soften those shoulders. Inhale, little tuck to the chin. Arms are strong. Exhale, start reaching that right arm up to the sky. Use that left arm to guide. Help tilt the shoulders. Again, it's not a lean over. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to throw ourselves off the chair. Shoulders stay stacked with hips. Hands up. Tilting and reaching. More so focusing on these right ribs as if you were trying to splay them out like a hand fan. Lengthening in the neck. One more breath out. Inhale the hands back to center. Exhale, bring the strap all the way down. Shake out those hands, shake out the arms. Rolling through those shoulders, rolling through the neck, awakening that upper body. Having the hands on the strap just a little wider than shoulder distance once again, taut on the strap, lots of tension. Not so much that you're shaking and making this all very rigid, but enough to have support with each other. Squeezing the strap, shoulders draw down. Inhale the hands to shoulder height. As you take a nice big inhale to get a little taller here. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the right, start pulling that right hand all the way over, thus stretching the back of that left arm. Twisting to the right, extending that right arm. Option for a little bend in that elbow if that's too intense. More intensity, though, means both elbows are locked. Let out all of your breath. Inhale, bring that strap back to center. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. Take a little break if we need. Roll it around, dissipate that heat. There's no pressure. Guiding the hands in line with the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together and back. Inhale to get tall here. Spine is stacked. Exhale to begin to twist to the left. Once you get to the point to where the torso's twisted as far as you can, then start pulling with that left arm. Pulling back, stretching the back side of that right body, strengthening the front side of that shoulder, bend into that elbow if it's all just too much. One more breath in, nice and tall. On the exhale, get all of yours twist out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rest the strap, roll through the shoulders, shake out the arms and legs. As we release the hands down to the side, spread the fingers wide, keep that strap on the lap within reach. Inhale, sweep the arms up and wide this time, look up. On the exhale, goalpost the arms, this time without the strap. See if you can lift up in the clavicle. So we're not leaning back with this, and we're not crunching and compressing the back. We want to open the heart and lift the chest up, taking the chin up. Inhale, hands high up overhead. On the exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Take 3 breaths. Optional in and out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. At the bottom of that breath, release the hands down to the side. We're going to take that strap down, this time a little bit longer. So we're going to use this strap to hook under the ball mount of that right foot. So we're just below the ball mount of the foot. So not quite on the full instep, And definitely not just under the toes, but about the middle of the foot, just below the ball mount. Wrap the strap around the palms so you can get a good grip. Extend that right leg long, option to have that heel resting onto the mat. If that's too much, keep the whole foot planted for now. As you square the shoulders, draw the shoulders down and back. We're going to anchor the body here specifically. Grounding down into the sit bones. Core is a little strong, just enough to stabilize. Elbows tuck in, little tuck to that chin. We're going to actively press into that left foot. Notice what changes. Now we are stable, now we are grounded. As it feels good to you, inhale, use the strength of the arms to lift the foot. Extend that leg long, see if you want to flex that foot. As we then pulse that foot up and down. Now you can lift and lengthen with that leg locked out, or you could let little bends into the knee. Honor what feels best for you. With this movement, with this breath, we can start to make circles, warming up into the hips, warming up the legs. This is a great practice for that ankle as well. Little strengthening for the arms, switch directions of these circles. With 2 more breaths here. So we bring this foot back into center. We're going to choke up on that strap, get it a little tighter, bend into that knee and pull that knee up and in. So pulling that heel up and in. Rest the hands on the inside of the thigh. We don't have to let that leg come out far. We're just pulling it in. Bending into that knee, guiding it back. Shoulders crawl back and down. Bottom of the breath. Inhale, see if we can extend that leg long, a little bit higher this time. See if we can pulse up and down. Might be a little spicy. Back off if it is. Make the strap longer. There's a lot of strengthening for the arms. Our body deserves it. One more inhale. Lift, lift, lift. On the exhale, slowly lower that right foot. Set the strap over the lap. Windshield wiper the knees. Rock them from side to side. As we ground down into both feet, let us prepare for the other side. Taking that strap under the left foot, taking it just under the ball mount of that foot. Again, not just directly under the toes, not all the way down to the instep, but wrap the strap around the palms a few times. Our goal in doing that is so we don't fatigue the fingers. If we wrap it around the palms, you can create the tension, so much less stress for the hands. Taking that left heel to the mat, if it's in your practice, leave it planted if that's where we're at today. Square the shoulders back with the hips, tuck the elbows in. As we specifically anchor into the body. Glutes grounded, spine is long, shoulders down and back, elbows into the ribs. Nice and long in the spine, little tuck to the chin. Our final engagement is pressing down into that right foot, connecting it to the earth. As we use the strength of the arms and the tension on the strap, let us slowly lift that left foot. Just keeping it pretty low, start to rock it up and down. Now that may mean a bend into the knee. You may want to keep the leg straight if you prefer. Honor what feels best for you. Keep that little pulsing motion. Warming up into the hip, into the hamstring. Honoring the foot, the Achilles heel. As we take in 2 more breaths here, strengthen the arms. You got it. Begin to find circles with that foot. Using the strength of the arms. One direction and then the other. In the bottom of that breath, we're going to choke up on the strap as we start to pull that foot in towards the groin. Bending into that knee, guiding that knee out wide, pulling that heel in. Draw the shoulders down and back. Let it support you. Let the strap support the leg. Big, deep bend into this knee. This is essentially our seated tree pose. Honoring this. One more breath here. All the way out. As we keep that tension on the strap, maybe even continue keeping the short strap, extend the leg long. You may need to extend the strap a little longer, that's okay. But this allows the foot to come higher. Start pulsing up and down, rock it around. If that's too much for the body, again, come back to that lower position. Honor what feels best for you. 3 more breaths. Working up into the hip flexors. One more inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, slowly surrender that left foot. Set the strap down. Windshield wiper the knees. Starting to move through, appreciate the body. Bring the knees back into center. Then taking that strap just about shoulder distance, we'll adjust it when we get there. We're going to be taking that strap, option to wrap it around the hands here. So we take the strap over the right knee. Now we may have to bend over, we may have to lift that right knee up to us. Option to take that left foot more in center for better stability. Draw the shoulders down and back. Pull that knee in, breathe. You may just want to stay here, that is perfect. And maybe everything you need, if you would like, find circles with the knee. Switching directions of those circles whenever it feels right to you. Moving as slowly or as quickly as feels good. Returning back to center on the very bottom of your next breath. Plant that foot, return both feet back to center, then heel toe that right foot out to the side just a bit. Rock that right knee from side to side by itself. Starting to let that energy flow back in. Then preparing for that on the other side, bringing that right foot back into center to begin. Then bringing the strap over the left knee, hooking it over to lift. Option to pivot that right foot more into center. Stabilize yourself. Using the strength of your arms to pull that knee in. Find circles with the knee. In one direction or the other. Switch in as many times as feels good for you. Breathing deep, still strengthening these arms, finding movement for that hip. 2 more breaths here. As the leg slowly comes back to center, return that right foot to center, and then heel toe that left foot slightly out to the side. Windshield wiper that single knee. You can set the strap aside, heel toe the right foot out a little wider as we lean back into our chair. See if we can tuck the elbows in, let both knees flop from side to side. Option to draw the shoulders back, lift the chin. Take 3 cleansing breaths here. Sigh it out. As the inhalation brings everything back to center. Feet into neutral, hips to neutral, shoulders stacked with those hips. Release the hands down to the side. Our final time, reach the fingers down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. On the exhale, bring the hands into heart center. Take the gaze forward, little tuck to the chin. Let us share one single breath together, sealing our practice today with an entire exhale. Join me as we inhale all the way to the top. Little bit more, little bit more. One more sip. Then we let it go. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Satnam. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your whole body's feeling good, you're more connected with breath, and I appreciate you being here with me. I can't wait to see you next time. Mwah. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you have special requests or things that you personally would like, please comment below because I would love to know.